YouTube? What you doing, huh? You getting some money? Yeah. Better be getting some money. Hope you get some money. Better be getting some money. If you didn't know, it's Block Life Vlogs, aka the Trucking Block. Back with another video. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up and notification bell. Does not cost you a thing. Comment down below. Interact with me. I interact with you. If you don't like my videos, hit the dislike. YouTube analytics, right? So, I'm taking you to the back of this trailer at this Miller Coors here in Golden, Colorado, just to show you one of the accounts that RTI deals with. And many other companies come here like Swift and USX and so on and so forth. But here on this account, you drop your trailer and a lot on the other side of this here, your empty trailer that is, on the other side of this here, unless you're bringing product here, then you drop it somewhere else. Then you come over here to the loaded side and you grab your loaded trailer, and those two pieces there are usually laying on the ground, and you have to put them up with your own straps. Usually with RTI, you have to get your own straps. Those are my straps, which I'll retrieve once I get live and loaded back in KCK. But as you can see, I strapped them up accordingly. Nice and safe and secure. Then, before you leave out of here, out of this back of this trailer, you want to grab your seal number. Well, not seal number, your seal. I said seal number. You want to grab your seal so you can give it to the garbage that wants to check out. I'm going to lock this door back up. Latch it back up. Top looks good. All right. Go back up to the front here. Now I'm going to slide my tandems as well, because here at this company, and most beer companies, because they're heavy, they're going to slide it to the rear for easy loading and unloading, so you're not bouncing all around in the forklift when you're unloading, or loading. But on top of this truck here, you see it's a dusty lot. And that is a line of trucks waiting to get up out of here, which I'm about to join in just a second. So I'll let you out the next stop. We won't be stopping to get something to eat after this. See you then. So I haven't gotten down the road just yet to get something to eat. I'm stuck in line here at Miller Coors. It's always like that every time I come up here. See that prime truck there? He decided to skip everybody. Yeah, let me get it in focus. He just now going over the scale. He's just now going over the scale. That LTR and this Leonard's, and Swift were before him, and then he skipped all of us to go to that scale. Sometimes drivers, just be patient, okay? You're not gonna get very far, because after you leave the scale, you then have to go and park and get your paperwork. Well, I made it to the truck stop. They only had a Denny's, so I had to get some pizza. Not preferably my choice in a meal, but it'll do for now. Get my cigar together, and I'm gonna make my way on down the road, man. Gotta go all the way to KCK, and then from there, I don't know what the next load is gonna be. My DM has not sent that over just yet. But until then, man, ride on out, get on down this highway, and I'll holler at y'all in a second about a couple things I want to address that I've seen all over the internet here lately that I've never covered, and I think it's about time that I do. All right, man, see you then. All right, y'all, so it's a whole nother day. I'm picking up a load from Amazon out here at KCK. It's a fairly new one out off of Leavenworth Road. But anyway, man, I have to show y'all this. This made me laugh out loud for real. So, if you picked up an Amazon load before, you know the drill, man. You get your trailer from the door. They usually have your bills and your seal in the back of the trailer. Now, I got here 25 minutes early. Checked in right at 10 o'clock when I was supposed to be in here. Then I sat here for an hour and a half waiting on the load to finish. I'm thinking that this is going to be a full trailer, right? I'm taking up to Rockford, Illinois, up to the airport. Man, hey, look, I thought this trailer was gonna be full, and I'm pretty sure you could tell from the echo in this trailer. Yo, it barely covers one panel at the front. Oh, I got my paperwork stuff here, but yo, you can't make this up, man. Amazon wants you to be on time, right? But then it ain't never on time when you get in, you ready to take off. I sat here for an hour and a half. This is about the 5th time I done did this. Show up early, sit around. And I started doing this because when I was late one time, you know, the company I was working for at the time, they got upset with me. So I've been early since, man. Because RTI is the first company that I worked for that I had to pull Amazon loads. But I figured I'd share that with y'all, man. This had me cracking up. Now, I done seen small loads before, but really, y'all could have took that in a pickup truck. I'll holler at y'all in a second, man. Peace. All right, I made it to Rockford, Illinois. I've already dropped my loaded trailer. Well, I guess what you would call loaded. You saw how small that was earlier. On the landing strip where UPS receives parcels via airplane. I've already dropped my load there. I'm now at a drop lot a few miles down the road from there where they drop all the trailers once they're empty from different companies, as you can see. They give you a number to call too once you drop it here, which I've already had programmed in my phone. I've already called them and told them the trailer number that I'm taking. You gotta let them know what empty that you're taking. But I'm gonna leave here and I'm gonna go to a Love's that's like a couple miles away from here. It's not even that far. Only problem with this Love's is finding a parking spot because it's so small. That's how it is in Illinois. If you're a trucker, you know. You don't want to come to Illinois late at night, especially anywhere from 5 p.m. to about 3 a.m. You're not finding a parking spot unless you circle a lot multiple times and wait for somebody to slide out for an overnight run they about to do. But hey, I'll see you at the Love's and we'll get into what I was talking about earlier in the video. Peace. All right, we parked for the night at the Love's. Oh, man, tired. But I wanted to talk to you guys about little topics that I haven't touched. This video's topic is going to be about the training when you get on with the company after going to CDL school. So I'm sure you scoured the internet, been all on YouTube, searching from company to company, mega to mega. Even your mom and pops, you know, you researching all these different places. You trying to figure out what happens once you're employed by these people and all you have is your CDL. Well, you're going to more than likely, if you're fresh out of school, unless you go to a mom and pop or somebody that you know, you're going to go through training. You're going to be put in a truck with a trainer. Now, sometimes that trainer might not have nothing but a year under their belt, but they've been on the road long enough to give you certain things you need to know out here to survive and basically do the job correctly. Now, sometimes you're going to get a bad trainer. Let's keep that 100. You're not always going to get somebody that's giving off the same vibes you give, or your likeness, or the same interests. Things might be different, you know. And it's always good to tell the recruiter or whoever brought you into the company. For me, it was a fleet manager with USX. They immediately put me with a fleet manager, and that fleet manager asked me straight up, and I appreciate him to this day. His name was Clarence. Clarence, if you ever see this video, hey, shout out to you. You hooked me up with a dope trainer. And I'll just give you my personal experience. So, like, when I got out of CDL school with Roadmaster, if you want, you can go back and watch my video about Roadmaster. I gave a review on it basically and broke it down how it was going to Roadmaster. But anyway, coming out of Roadmaster, which is a subsidiary of Warner, they hooked me up with USX. And with USX, I went out there. I did the typical 3-day thing you're going to go through as a new person, as a student, as a brand new driver. You're going to go through anywhere from like a couple days to a week of orientation. So they flew me out to, well, they didn't fly me that time. I'm tripping. I'm thinking of the time I went over the Variant, but I Greyhound up to Chicago. Basically, Markham, Illinois is up there. It's still Chicago. It's a part of Chicago, kind of like Olathe in Kansas City. But anyway, they brought me up to Markham, Illinois, put me in a hotel. Went through 3 days of orientation. Now, the first couple days, you're going to be doing your urine test, your hair follicle test. If the company does that, more than likely, your mega carriers are going to do that because that's what they're trying to push anyway. If you learned that from my previous video, stay read up on your laws and what's going on in the trucking world. Anyway, so after the first couple days of getting to know the company, and they show you how to use the EOD and everything else, the third day usually, and I'm gonna say usually because some companies it might be longer, but usually they let you know if you're hired for real or not. Yeah, you were brought out there for orientation, but it's not like working in Mickey D's. You get the job and you got the job no matter what. You know, no matter how orientation ends up, you don't have to pass any preliminaries for real working at a place like that. But with trucking, they have to run your background. Your drug test has to come back right. If you're a new driver, they want to make sure that your CDL is valid. In my case, mine was valid, but I didn't have a hard copy. Yeah, it took Kansas City quite a while to get me my copy. Well, I'm gonna say Missouri. It was the state of Missouri. At the time when I got my license back in 2019, things were running slow. So basically, after that third day, and you're told that you own and everything, you then are either told, hey, we're gonna bring you back and we're gonna match you up with a trainer, or you gonna come over here, you're gonna meet this trainer, or you might meet your trainer that day. Either way it goes, they're going to put you with a trainer. They're going to put you with somebody experienced that's been doing the job for a year or more. Like I said before, in my case, Clarence hooked me up with a dope trainer. His name is Haven Melton. Shout out Haven if you watched the video. What's up, bro? He's like a brother from another mother. You know, I'm glad I met him. You know, he became a friend. For real. Like, it's best if you ask your fleet manager, whoever's recruiting you, whoever brought you in, to line you up with somebody that you can mesh with well. And the first day, it was kind of awkward. But that second day, we got to talking, and we figured out, like, damn, we just alike. You just from the South, and I'm from the Midwest. And, likewise, you from the Midwest, I'm from the South. But we the same. Not only that, I had lived down where he's from. I lived there for a little spell, and I understand, where he coming from. I can mingle with those kind of people. I done lived in several different places. But anyway, so in my case, it took about 2 months to complete the training. That's only because of holidays. You got to remember, I came in towards the end of the year. We're talking Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all that postponed my date of upgrading, as they call it, to a solo driver. Now, you might be dealing with a company that requires you to do a month. Some companies, I ain't gonna lie, they kind of janky. And I'm gonna say janky because I think a student should at least get a month under their belt with a trainer to be comfortable. If you brand new to trucking, I say at least 30 days to get you acclimated with trucking. Anything less than that, I wouldn't even trust them being on the road on their own. But anyway, my training took about 2 months, and then you upgrade. So some companies will bring you back to the terminal. They'll have you do a little test, which is a maneuvers test or a road test or whatever, and then line you up with a truck. Some companies might just line you up with a truck. I've heard of companies out there just handing keys to newbies and saying, go do your thing. In my case, they wanted me to team. So when I came back to the terminal after a couple months, like I said, it was postponed because of holidays. But after my trainer dropped me off and it was time to upgrade, I aced that. You know, I did perfectly fine on it, but they didn't have a truck for me just yet. So I had to go back to the hotel, and the next day they ended up getting me a truck. And the evening I had upgraded, not the next day when I got the truck, but the evening I actually upgraded and passed everything, they try to line me up with a teammate. Now, a lot of companies will try to do that with you. Me personally, I don't work well in a small space with others. It was just fortunate that my trainer and I meshed very well, because towards the end of my training with him, we were like teammates. I mean, he'd go to sleep, and I drive. Like, he was confident in my driving. Like, and I've been driving well since, you know. But anyway, I keep saying, but anyway, I keep going off into little tangents. But it's good if I give you a lot of information, right? Because a lot of you don't know the real me. I just come on here and I give you a little snippet of my life. You don't get to know me. So you get to know me a little better with what I'm telling about becoming a student and getting out here and going solo. But anyway, I did it again. They tried to team me up with a couple guys. I wasn't feeling them. I was very honest with my fleet manager. I said, I'm not feeling them. They were like, well, somebody's going to have to come on the truck with you. I'm like, just let me go by myself. And my fleet manager was like, let me call you back. So I'm at the terminal. I done set up my truck. I'm ready to go down the road. I done bought my bedding. I done bought a GPS, all kinds of stuff, right? I'm just sitting in the truck waiting. And it took them like 2 hours. They finally hit me back and was like, you know what, Mr. Block? Just go by yourself. Like, bet. Yes, bet. Because I didn't want to ride with nobody, because the two guys they had tried to line me up with, one of them said he would purposely snitch on me. Like, basically, like he didn't even get to know my last name. And the first thing that came out here, I said, what's up, man? My name Ryan. I think he said his name was Brian or something like that. He was like, yeah, so I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You do anything wrong, I'm gonna tell on you. I was like, dang, is this a ploy for me to say no to this dude? Or, like, what's up with that? Then he got to talking real weird about swords and dragons, and you know, I was like, nah, that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? Not only are you telling me you gonna tell on me from the beginning, you into stuff that I'm nowhere into. So I can only imagine what the music choice was gonna be. And if you're gonna team with somebody, like I said, with the trainer part, tell your fleet manager who you want to be matched up with, because man, I'm so blessed. I got matched up with Haven, because me and him have the same music taste. It was perfect. You're not always gonna get that, so just prepare yourself that they might not be able to find somebody, to click you up with when you training, or when you come out and upgrade and they want you to team. Now, some companies don't force you to team, but USX does. Matter of fact, I was talking to Haven and one of our friends we call Mr. Stevens. He's an older driver. We were doing a 3-way call, and Mr. Stevens, he's with Variant right now. He was telling us that it's forced team now. You have to team, or what was the other option he had? You have to team, or that's it. I think he said you have to team now. I don't know. I have to get the facts on that. Not my company anymore. I don't know, whatever. But basically, after I upgraded, told him I didn't want to be with nobody, I stayed solo. And I kid you not, for like 3 months straight, they kept calling my phone, trying to line me up with somebody. The last person they tried was an older lady that lived in the same city I'm from. Like, she lived in South KC, where I'm from, and she was like 20 years older than me. And I'm like, nah, that's not gonna work. Even she said, she was like, what are they thinking? Like, why would they? I mean, I gave it a shot only because they linked our numbers. You know what I'm saying? They put us on a 3-way. We just wasn't feeling it. And that was the last try. After that, my fleet manager at the time, her name was Paige. Paige was so frustrated. She was like, you know what, Mr. Block, I'm not even going to try anymore. And she didn't. She didn't. So just know, when you come out here, into these trainers' trucks, be patient. All right, you might get a person that you would never talk to. And let me get on something else real quick too. You might get with a trainer that's arrogant. You know, this is my truck, this is the way I run it, this is the way things go. I mean, let's be honest, they don't own the truck. Half the time your trainer is not even lease purchase. Most lease purchase guys don't want to train. I know I don't. But I think I would be a very good trainer because I'm good at what I do. I take it serious. My pre-trip, post-trips, ship receivers, wherever I go, man, I take the job seriously, man. I don't hop out the truck with flip-flops on looking crazy. You know, I take this job serious. But you might get with a trainer that, you know, it's a dictatorship in their truck. You might get with one that's too relaxed to where they're not saying nothing to you while you drive. They're just trying to collect that extra bread that they get off of you from being in a truck. You might get with somebody where their truck is messy, nasty, and it stink, or they stink. I mean, let's be real about it. You're going to have to make a sacrifice when jumping into this game. So that's basically why I made this video. I want to give you a little insight on what it is on becoming a driver. You know, it's not going to be all, you know, yellow brick roads and, you know, easygoing songs. You know, I'm sorry I had to make the Wizard of Oz reference, but it's not going to be easy going all the time. So just be patient. You know, you'll get to the point to where you're solo. Take your time. Learn the craft. If you got a trainer that really cares about what you're doing, man, take the time to listen to him. Excuse me. There's two drivers outside arguing right now. But anyway, what I'm going to do, matter of fact, that argument just reminded me of something. When I was a student, me and my trainer got into it with another driver. But that's for another video. I'm going to make a video about that. I'm going to start putting out little stories about my trucking career and what I've encountered out here, because you're going to see a lot. And trust me, I haven't seen it all. I'm still learning and seeing something new every day. Heck, I seen a black JB Hunt truck, a day cab JB Hunt International yesterday. I didn't know they existed. But anyway, man, it's Block Life Vlogs, aka the Trucking Block. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up and notification bell. Does not cost you a thing. Comment down below. Interact with me. I interact back. And if you don't like my videos, hit the dislike. YouTube analytics, right? Peace.